Hey, what's up guys? This is Halfway, broadcasting from around the world in phenomenal Penh, Cambodia. Guys, so I want to preface this video with saying, obviously if you've been watching my channel for a while, you know that I'm an American, I come from the US, and I'm living here in Phnom Penh, Cambodia. So I just want to say, like, every country has good and bad things about them. I love my country. I love that I'm American. I'm very proud to say often when people are like, where are you from? And I'm from the U.S. Now that being said, I also have a lot of disagreements with the U.S. and their policies, their foreign policies, as well as a lot of their domestic policies even. But no country is perfect. Every country makes mistakes, and even within a country, there are many different kinds of people that have different views and different ideologies. So that being said, I wanted to speak a little bit about maybe like the effects of the U.S. in Cambodia. So Cambodia receives some, I don't know if you want to call them like grants or donations from the U.S. For a few different things, maybe different NGOs, as well as America dropped a lot of ordinances here, a lot of like bombs, and there's a lot of unexploded devices from the US in the Cambodian jungle. So I don't know how much it is, maybe $1 million or a couple $1 million a year the US donates to Cambodia to help find these bombs and clean them up and disarm them, as well as other things. Now recently, the US has been, disappointed with Cambodia's democratic system. I made a video, I don't know how long ago, maybe 4 months ago or 5 months ago, maybe longer, about a guy, I believe his name was Kem Sokha, and he was the head of the opposition group of the ruling party here. And he openly basically said that he was using America to help like overthrow the government, kind of. Non-militarily, but he was still like using America and Canada, he admitted to, as like an outside agent working within his party. So his party got dissolved. I believe he got arrested. Now America is very upset with Cambodia because they're saying, Cambodia is not acting democratically enough to their liking, so they want to, withhold money from them that they're sending to them, as well as New Zealand, and I was reading an article, there's like 40 nations now that were like kind of condemning Cambodia. So my first point about that is there's a lot of Cambodians that I see like on these like websites and stuff that are like, America, good job, like help us. And as much as it saddens me to say it, I don't know if you really want America to help you. And I say that because look at South America, Central America, Syria, Somalia, countries that America has helped, that they have hosted revolutions, whether they're colored revolutions or actual coups. They've trained people and taught people how to do things, blah, blah. And you see a lot of these countries didn't fare very well from that help from America. Also, you want to look at why does America want to do it? So they're saying it's because Cambodia is not representing democracy accurately. Meanwhile, America just did a multi-billion-dollar arms deal with Saudi Arabia. If you don't know much about Saudi Arabia, they are probably one of the least democratic countries in the entire world. They do not hold democratic values. So America is saying, oh, it's okay, we can do multi-billion-dollar arms deals with a super non-democratic country. But your country that's technically democratic isn't quite democratic enough, so we're going to sanction you, or withhold stuff from you. So that's kind of like there's some like dichotomy of misrepresentation there as to it being whether it's for democracy or not. Now, as to why maybe America would want to intervene in Cambodia, Cambodia is the second fastest growing economy in Southeast Asia, behind the Philippines. Now, they're not as advanced as maybe like Thailand or obviously the Philippines, but their economy right now is growing very, very rapidly. Cambodia and China have very, pretty good ties. And, it could be likely that maybe America's looking at that like, hey, we have the second fastest growing economy in the Southeast Asia. It'd be nice to get our little mitts in there especially with how much China is growing right now, as well as allying with Russia on many things. And, Russia and China together are a pretty potent combination. So, it'd be advantageous for the US to get into, the same areas maybe that China's in, to disrupt some of that growth that they're experiencing. And there's way less democratic countries around the world that don't face any repercussions. So you have to wonder, what is it about Cambodia? Why Cambodia? Why do they care now? If you look at in the Middle East, where we've done a lot of things, obviously it's probably for oil, as well as, territorial regions and strategic, military outposts and stuff like that. So just something to think about. Also, I saw something from the US Embassy website. I hope my country doesn't assassinate me. I really do like America. I love America, but again, it has its things, and just for being a Cambodian, again, just really think about whether you would really want America intervening in your process. Again, look at the track record of how that has worked out. So I saw something from the US Embassy website. Now, this could just be speculation on my part, I don't know. But I see that the embassy is hosting, they're going to be hosting hip-hop training, I guess, hip-hop culture. They're going to be bringing into Cambodia. They want to have Cambodians come to these classes and learn how to do hip-hop and stuff. And I just feel like it's a little bit suspect. Out of anything, I don't know, I feel like, hip-hop culture sometimes can, be a little bit violent, be a little bit against the government, that kind of stuff. And again, I don't know, this is just my speculation, but I feel like they could be almost seducing the youth to be hey, check out this really cool hip-hop, now let's rap about how bad everything is and how much the government sucks. And again, it's not an actual coup, but it's that color revolution type of thing where you're not directly overthrowing the government, but you're influencing the people in such a way. I don't know. Again, if I was a Cambodian, I'd be very cautious about the US coming in to help you because your country's not democratic enough. And now, I don't know, again, as I spoke about before, I don't know enough about this current administration in Cambodia to really get deep into the politics. But again, like I stated before, 40, 50 years ago, this country was experiencing a genocide where virtually all of the educated people, all the people that knew how to effectively do almost anything were murdered. And in a very short time now, they're the second fastest growing economy in this region. They're obviously doing something right. If you're a poor person in Cambodia, I wouldn't want to be a poor person here. I wouldn't want to be a poor person anywhere, obviously. But in the US, there's some systems to help you. Here, there's very minimal systems to help you. But again, the US has, $1 trillion, budget to work with, while Cambodia does not have the same budget. It's just not possible for them to provide the same services that America can provide. And even on that note, America could provide much better services for their defranchised individuals within the country. But yeah, guys, so that's just it. Watch out for that, spreading democracy thing sometimes. Sometimes it's not always all about democracy. Sometimes there's an underlying reason or a bigger reason rather than democracy. All right, guys, that's just my 2 cents on it. I hope that hope I don't get drone striked or something. All right, guys, this is Halfway broadcasting around the world, phenomenal Cambodia. Peace, peace.